My people originally came from a very small town in Nebraska. It was being raised by Dust Bowl immigrants. I knew a lot about self-reliance, but then coming to San Francisco when I was young, and then later to live there, I walked into this bohemian scene I'd always dreamed of.
I'm a great reader, and I love art.
I was given Origin of Species at the age of 12, read it straight through under a willow tree. I never looked back. Suddenly I could imagine books. I could see it was like windows on a great world where there were voices, people who knew things I didn't know, and worlds I'd never seen. I could even enter the minds of characters when I was reading fiction. And oh, what a release that was, especially for, you know, a kid who was definitely a weirdo.
Pruning trees made sense to me. You get up and get into a relationship with a tree, and then, you know, you cut off its limbs. The time in my life when I started this, I had reached a point of pretty pervasive despair. I wouldn't have hired me. I was a landscaper, which meant that I had a truck. I felt about as isolated and alone as that man looked out in the desert. And sure enough, the world came to him, and it's come to me. It's clear that what we need as social animals, as human beings, are these complex social networks that sustain and surround us. It's about the quality of connection between people. You can't plan a tree's existence, but you can plant it and nurture it and water it. I was always ambitious to make it bigger. I saw 8 people on a beach turn into 800 on a beach by 1990. 80 people turn into 8,000 by 1996. I saw that number quadruple till it's 32,000. And you'll think me a lunatic for saying it, but I think perhaps to millions. They thought I was crazy when I stood here in 1990 and said they'll come. But they did. I don't see why a gift economy can't exist alongside a commercial economy. It does already in families, doesn't it? I mean, if your mother asked you to pick up some milk on the way home, would you charge her for it? The critical use for it today is to reinvent community. Of course, a monumental piece of public art that's primate heaven and allows you to climb with a swarm of other participating parties, whom you may or may not know. It's a wonderful way of breaking the ice, as it were. We're a populist movement, and within it you will find nearly every demographic you can imagine.
We were always a family.
Gift giving is very connective. If I give something to you and you accept it, there's a moral bond between us. We're all in the same lifeboat together. The attraction of fire, to me personally, it's a metaphor for life. What we really want is to be. I think that's the fundamental motive in people, is to be, unconditionally be. Art should imitate life, but I'm not happy till life starts to imitate art. In the context of absolutely nothing, whatever is more intensely so.
It's not all sunshine, it's half shadow. And when we get to that point, then sunshine may have its turn.
I didn't see a place for myself in the world. If I weren't doing this, God knows. I tremble to think.
We're not hiding from the world, we're trying to change it.
It transforms what it touches. It's brief, heartbreakingly ephemeral. Our own transit through life is like a flame in the night.
Do we have a dream?
Yes, we're going to take over the world.